Vic Joseph alongside Booker T. And Booker, it was the challenger that we see who proclaimed the family would not be by Tony's side. And after what we witnessed Tuesday, he was right.
You ain't jiving, Vic. Tonight here at Halloween Havoc, we're gonna find out who's the man up in this beast. Obafemi, no bread, no water, just me.
Pain, destruction, devastation. That is what we are kicking off Halloween Havoc with, as Obafemi will look to regain the North American Championship here tonight against Tony D'Angelo. And when the wheel was spun, it landed on tables, ladders, and stairs. And for this matchup, victories by pinfall or submission, tables, ladders, chairs are all legal weapons to use. And that, by the way, was at the request of Tony D'Angelo. He wanted this match to be decided by a pinfall. And you know who was okay with that?
Who's that?
Our general manager, Ava, after what she also witnessed this past Tuesday.
It's all about family. It's all about the business.
There are the eyes of a determined champion. But when I talk about Tuesday, it was Luca Crucifino who was smashed through a ladder. It was Stax who was tossed through a table. It was Rizzo who was attacked. The Don is alone in his first defense of that North American
No,
Championship.
but I think this match right here is only fitting for the Don. In Texas, we call it fight or flight. Tonight, what do you think we're gonna get? What do you think we're gonna get? Huh? What do you think we're gonna get? We're gonna get a fight, man. Oh, yes.
You see the NXT Universe here in Hershey, PA, as we kick off Halloween Havoc. Let's go right now to our ring announcer, Mike Rome.
The following is a tables, ladders, and scares match. And it is for the NXT North American Championship. Introducing the champ. You know the rest.
Oh, Booker, you said it was going to be a fight!
I said it. Here we go.
Well, it sounded this one. Official big spear into the cover. Hook of the leg and a quick kick out by Obafemi. But look at Tony D'Angelo. He has come out absolutely possessed after what transpired this past Tuesday on NXT. Again,
man.
tables are legal, ladders are legal, chairs are legal for this matchup. Tony D'Angelo wants to hurt Obafemi, and you know what? The same can be said about what Femi wants to do to the champion.
Oh, no, man. Tony D. Tony D. All man, dog. All man, dog.
It's already breaking down. You talk about a way to come out of the gate hot. Tony D'Angelo just drove Obafemi. Obafemi is down. Obafemi is hurt. And now Tony D'Angelo picking up where his mind left off on Tuesday. He saw that ladder.
No.
He saw the table. He saw the chairs. And he's coming over here.
Here we go. Tony D is what I call bringing the fight, Vic. He's not wasting any time because all he's going to take one big shot.
That's a big-ass ladder. Take another look at what Tony D'Angelo did. And, oh! Obafemi!
It's legal. Everything's legal.
As we try to calm ourselves down here ringside. It's hard to do, Booker. There's a ladder sitting here at our desk. Obafemi's now just taking out 2, 3 chairs. I mean, this is the first time both these competitors, have competed under these conditions. And I know this: you are not a fan of ladders.
Not at all. I mean, I came off the second rung once upon a time. That was a long time ago. Trust me. Oh, big shot. Big shot by Tony D, Vic.
And rocking Obafemi, second time this a title has been defended. Under tables, ladders, and scares. Io Sky, Candice LeRae did it for the women's title back in 2020. But this is the here and the now. Massive choke slam. Fine into the steel chair and a kick out.
And we just getting started. We just getting started, Vic.
Take another look. I mean, just see and try to feel and imagine the impact of your spine bouncing off a steel chair. I know it was Tony who wanted to hurt Obafemi, but I mean, Booker, how scary can Obafemi be in this sort of matchup?
Oba's scary, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Tony D, he knew exactly what he was getting himself into. That's why I say this match is only fitting for these two. You're gonna walk out with some scars, bruised, battered, and torn here tonight, but it could be worth it at the end of the night. You got gold waste.
The question that I had coming into this matchup was how would Tony D'Angelo handle business with his family not present? There's no one there to encourage Tony D'Angelo. He's trying to
big
fight
shot.
back.
Let me tell you something. I said something about Tony D a few months back. I said the Heritage Cup was just the beginning. He's got a whole lot bigger plans. Oh, baby, man.
When it comes to Obafemi, had the best win percentage in the WWE this year with at least 5 matches, 94.4%. The only person, though, to defeat him, Tony D'Angelo. And D'Angelo right now is just getting rocked. Oba doesn't believe it can happen again. And then I start to think, is maybe Obafemi too confident? But can you be too confident if you're the size of Obafemi, if you have the power of Obafemi, and you have all these tools of destruction at your disposal?
You got to admit, Obafemi dominated as a champion, man. Longest reigning NXT North American champion, bested Wesley. How good is that? How good is that, Vic?
You know, it's something that goes a long way when you talk about Obafemi
Greatest
and where
of all
he's
time.
come.
Greatest of all time.
And Tony D'Angelo beat him. Tony D'Angelo now trying to create his own legacy
The thing
as
is,
champion.
I don't think Obafemi is going to make that same mistake tonight. I don't think you're going to catch him, watching the paint dry or anything like that. He will not make that same mistake here tonight.
Obafemi looking like a Diablo 4 character come to life as he continues to punish Tony D'Angelo in this tables, ladders, and scares match. This is how we're kicking off Halloween Havoc.
The question is, was it a fluke? Was it a fluke? Did Tony D'Angelo catch Obafemi sleeping? What was it that? Was it? Oh, God, man.
Body just bouncing off the ladder, and it was
pain.
Oba who also called Tony D'Angelo a helpless man. And right now, it almost seems like Obafemi's having a little bit of fun.
Obafemi's like the predator right now, Vic. Right now, he's a mean, and nasty guy. Oh, yes. Here we go.
And for Obafemi, he is now the aggressor. It's a different side of Obafemi that we've seen. We've seen Obafemi in control week after week, match after match during that undefeated streak. But now his back is somewhat up against the wall to reclaim the title. This is a different, more dangerous side of Obafemi.
Obafemi is looking to prove, Vic, that he is truly not a dud, but the ruler of NXT. I love that moniker, man. Here we go.
D'Angelo, though, starting to fight back now. Second win for the Don. The Don swinging away.
Wow. Wow. Did you see that? Did you see the athleticism?
Screw the athleticism. Tony D'Angelo just got driven through that table. He got decleated by Obafemi. Title is on the line. Femi dragging out the Don. Hook of the leg. And the Don just getting his left shoulder up. Talk about getting decleated. I mean, boom! Just a nasty landing. The Don just folded in half.
I agree. Obafemi, I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. This guy's a generational talent. He could have done this in any era, Vic. Future Hall of Famer in my estimations.
Did you see what Oba Femi just grabbed as Tony D'Angelo is looking for that ace up the sleeve?
It's about to get busy, dog.
Oba Femi had it scouted, and now D'Angelo trying to play some defense, swinging around that chair while Crowbar's getting swung by Oba Femi, and Femi right now is in pure control. He's in the driver's seat.
Oba Femi, he can do it with his bare hands, but when he's willing to go this far, I feel for this man. I feel for Tony D.
This is absolutely nasty to see.
The torque right now.
That
Tony
crowbar.
D's neck, my God, man.
Across the face, across the cheekbone, and Oba Femi with all that power, just bending the dime. And you said it before that family should be kept out of conflict. Some would say Oba overstepped, but right now Oba Femi is.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about moms. I'm talking about the kids. I ain't talking about them other guys.
You said family.
You feel me, right? You feel me?
That's Tony D'Angelo's family. That's who he's fighting for here tonight, Book. And he's trying to feed off the energy of the NXT universe here in Hershey. And just again.
Big shot by Oba.
Into the cover, title on the line, and the Don again getting that right shoulder up, and Oba Femi seems to be getting a little bit frustrated right now, Book.
Look here, it's not going to end easy, Vic. Both of these men are willing to push themselves to the limit. The question is, how low can you go?
I don't know if you heard, but Oba just yelling at Tony D'Angelo. The referee really is here just to count the three or hear somebody say, I quit.
Vic, this thing could get real serious.
Oh,
and
not
I wonder
again.
if the referee may have to have the wherewithal, understanding, and know how to just step in and stop it.
Look,
at some
Tony
point.
D'Angelo's not going to quit. It's not in his DNA. He's going to continue to give you everything he's got. He's going to continue to fight. He's got to do right now is to create some separation. I don't know, Booker, but if you're Tony D'Angelo, you have to be thinking about Tuesday. You have to be thinking about Stacks, Rizzo. You have to be thinking about Luca Crucifino. You got to fight, and you got to unload the tank right now in this moment.
You just said something a second ago, separation. One of these guys is going to have to separate the other guy from his senses to be able to walk away.
Again!
That's just the way I feel about it, Vic. Big shot by Oba. The ruler.
Oba has been in control and is now looking.
We're going for the ride.
For that fall from Groove. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Look at the strength of the
Tony
dog.
D'Angelo!
Wow!
Well, you said, we talk about emptying the tank.
Yes.
How much more can Tony D'Angelo have left as we are here? The North American Championship is on the line. This is how we're kicking off Halloween Havoc. Tables, ladders, and scares here tonight in Hershey.
No, Tony D, he kicked this thing off real fast. He came out the blocks very quickly. And you wonder if that did something to him. But right now, he's still got a lot of fight in him. Throwing that chair like Barry Bonds. Oh, yes, man.
Booker, I want to go back to something that you said earlier, and it was a belly-to-belly on the chair, much like that choke slam Tony D'Angelo felt earlier tonight. But I want to go back to something you said with a spine buster. I might not get into it. Into the cover to retain, and a kick out by Oba Femi. Booker, you said at the start of this, it was going to be a fight, and it has delivered.
No, I didn't mean fight, Vic. I mean a fight to the finish between these two. Because, like I say, Tony D, he has something to prove. You got to go out there and defend that championship at least one time before you can call yourself champion. I think that's what it's all about.
Well, this is the first defense of the North American Championship, to your point, under this stipulation. Tables, ladders, scares, where tables are legal, ladders are legal, chairs are legal, and Tony D'Angelo right now trying to rearrange a little bit around
Halloween
ringside
Havoc,
here.
And Halloween Havoc kicked off in Philadelphia, PA in 1989, just about 2 hours down the road. And I tell you, man, how iconic are these two going to feel 20 years from now in a match like this? Oh, my God.
It's quite a moment here in NXT. We always say expect the unexpected. As Oba Femi just yoked up and just planted Tony D'Angelo.
Big, I'm about to get you straight on that. It's always
Hold on a second.
the unexpected.
Tony D'Angelo grabbing quickly at his right knee. And we know the history of injuries that Tony D'Angelo has faced. You got to go back to the first meeting between these two, and it was Tony D'Angelo who came up a little bit limp due to an ankle injury. But again,
Big,
nothing has ever
big.
stopped the Don.
That's called casualty of war. I mean,
I can't argue with you.
That's just part of the game. I mean, this is not ballet or anything like this. Is the businessman.
Booker, it's the zip tie brought out by Obafemi. We saw this on Tuesday.
It's legal, Vic. It's
I
legal.
know it's legal.
It's legal.
But Obafemi right now, once again, has zip tied Tony D'Angelo to the bottom rope.
Serious, Vic.
And there's nothing the official can do. As you said, it is legal. The Don again is helpless and
What the hell? What the hell?
Family's here. Stacks, Luka, I don't think the family lasted too long, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now.
He is truly the ruler.
Running down here, you big enough to pass a lick.
Look at
Damn
Rizzo.
it, you big enough to take one.
Look at Rizzo in the ring trying to help out the Don. Oh, Booker, this. Rizzo's all by herself. The Don's caught. Stacks is wiped out. You don't. I mean, come on. Look, I mean, honestly.
I'm not condoning this, Vic.
And Rizzo doing a very wise thing, just getting out of dodge. And
What the hell? She shouldn't even be in there, Vic. Come on. Come on, let's
look,
be
he's
real.
going in the
Let's be
family.
real.
Everybody's out. I'm looking up from the table. Tony D'Angelo doing everything he can. D'Angelo finally broke free. D'Angelo! He's not only fighting for the championship to retain it, he's fighting for his family, Booker.
Told you, Vic. Fight or flight rules right now, Vic. This is serious. This is as real can get.
Picking
Here
up the
we
steam.
go.
Oh, just got clocked.
Yes.
Just got dropped by Obafemi.
He's feeling it. He's feeling it.
Say that
He's feeling
again.
it, Vic.
And a fall from grace power bomb to become a two-time. No! He kicked out.
That's resilience from Tony D right
That's
there.
hard.
That's letting you know
That's
exactly how much this means to him on this night.
What must be going through the mind now
History.
of the challenger?
This is history.
Because this was picture perfect. It was a fall from grace. As again, Oba. But hey! That was a crowbar from Rizzo. Luka getting some. Shatter machine.
The hell?
Oba's rocked. Oba's hurt. And the Don spine buster through the table. And the family overcomes the obstacle of Oba.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT North American Champion, the Dawn of NXT, Tony D'Angelo.
Earlier you said family with his mom and his sister and a brother. That is not true to Tony D'Angelo. It's all that and those that are standing with him, that stand by him, and that will fight alongside him, like we saw Rizzo, Stacks, and Luka. And they return here tonight after the beating they got on Tuesday. Oba was in control, just manhandling the family once again. And things seemed very bleak for Tony D'Angelo. But then, when he saw Rizzo, when he saw Oba getting close, it just set something off inside of him. It flipped the switch. alongside Tony D'Angelo, where he took things to another level. And the family would come back into play, helping out. Tony D'Angelo here tonight, all getting themselves a piece of the so-called ruler of NXT. And then right here it was the Dime who would plant the ruler. And for the second time, defeats Obafemi, but this time he retains his championship. How good it must feel for the family. Tony D'Angelo retains the North American Championship and survives tables, ladders, and scares.